It's D-Love on the south side, yeah, that's right. Reppin' in the wood, got my hustle tight. From Chi-Town streets where the wind blows fierce, built up like steel, can't nobody pierce.
Hey, this your girl D Love from the South Side, Inglewood for life, Chicago, that is. And I am back for another one. Today we have a special guest coming on. And I have my favorite, uh, my YouTube fave, DWC, will be joining us momentarily. But first of all, I want to say thank you, everyone, especially the Rewind crew, because the Rewind crew don't never let me down, and also my mods, my subscribers, and my members. I thank you so, so much. And in this video, we're going to talk about some things and have a grown up conversation on what is going on in the city of Harvey, Illinois. But no further ado, I don't want to keep my friend waiting. Um, dear woke
In the
Christian,
building. Grace and peace. How are you?
finding yourself. It's so nice to see you. I ain't seen you in a while.
Girl, you don't call no more. Y'all done got a new mayor. Y'all done got the Pope up in there and y'all don't care about me no more.
The Pope. I'm like, really?
Really?
I need to go over there and look at the house. It's for sale now.
Oh, that house I wouldn't sell that thing. I would hold on to that thing. Let me tell you, I would hold on to it. I ain't even Catholic. I would hold on to that thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, okay. That's a
I mean,
conversation we must have.
it's gonna become a tourist trap, man. People are gonna be able to. I mean, he gonna be Pope. Or well, let me back up. People are already going to go check it out now, right? Once they find out where he was from and where the house
Yeah, I
was,
saw the
right?
videos.
So why not hold on to it?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they did with MLK House. That's why it's a shrine here in Atlanta now.
Yes. And that's
Yeah,
interesting about the MLK because I
and
went there.
and Dalton is going to be able to capitalize on that. Hopefully,
You
turn
think
it. You
so?
know, I would hope that they would kind of make it. I mean, kind of put it on the registry. Put it if and say, hey, if you want to, on the tours, if you come to Southside or whatnot, you can see where was it Pope Leo? Pope Leo's childhood home is. People care.
Mm-hmm.
Now, see, the thing is, it don't seem like you seem very interested in it. I know I'm not,
I don't. I'm not
but
Catholic either.
there's people who are,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what those people are? They're gonna travel in there. They might want to stop by. They might want to go to a little coffee house. They might want to go to. I'm sure
Oh.
the Catholic. Didn't he used to be like priest at a particular church, and the church was like in ill repair, like it was like abandoned. I
I
think
don't have,
so.
I
I might
don't
be
get,
making that up.
I have no clue about the Pope. Hey, Flint City. I don't
I'm,
know
I'm gonna
nothing
leave it.
about him.
I'm telling you right now. I would that. I think I've seen a picture of this church that he was like over, and it's like in ill repair. It's abandoned. It's been graffitied, and it's all that thing would be getting a shine up next Tuesday
Where is it
because people are
located?
going to be coming. I'm not saying again. I'm thinking only from the tourist attraction aspect. If you can, if that building can be refurbished, that building can get another shot. People are going to be coming to see it.
Where is it located?
It's in Dalton somewhere. Oh,
Oh,
yes, it's there.
oh, oh.
Yeah. So I'm
I know
like,
where that church at. It's a beautiful
yeah.
church too. Also,
They had some really nice stained glass. I have to admit. And I was like, wow, the stained glass is in really good condition. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Again, I'm not. I'm not Catholic. I'm not sitting here to start a fight with y'all about Catholicism at this moment. I will. You want to come with Dear World Christian? We can do that. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I found it, and
really,
yeah, it's not in good condition at all. It's in bad
is,
shape.
is it by the
But
city hall?
okay. Oh, where it is, girl. You got me over asking me these serious questions. Don't be asking me
Yeah,
these
because
serious questions here.
I seen one. It was a beautiful church. It's vacant. I said, "It's a nice church," but I didn't think
It
nobody
is
would want it.
called the Shuttered Saint Mary of the Assumption Church, Catholic Church. Pope Leo the 14th used to attend while growing up in Dalton, Illinois.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it to you in the chat. But I'm just saying, like, I
I
I
gotta look
think
at it.
I think it would be responsible to start somebody is going to take over that building. Somebody's gonna grab a hold of it and do a whole
Mhm.
bunch of stuff with it. They already talking about the price of his childhood home has gone up exponentially. Uh,
Really?
just go ahead and tell Jason House to go ahead and secure it, and it can become a little tourist trap. Crazier things have
Okay.
happened.
That's true also because, people do like historical things, people, places, and things, right?
Yeah,
Did
you know, yeah. So just
Oh,
a
okay.
thought, just a thought. I mean, crazier and
Oh.
worse things have happened. So I'm like, who would have saw this coming though, right?
Yes, this church is next is let me show it is definitely by the down from the city hall.
Really?
I
Okay.
saw that.
See,
I was like, "Yes,
I'm telling you
yeah,
right
you
now,
might."
we would be opening up coffee houses and bookstores within just a stone's throw of that place right now. I'm telling
Oh,
you,
that would definitely help their economy.
because they don't have any coffee houses in Dalton that I saw at least.
No, they
Just
don't.
some little
Let me
walk-in places. Go get you a little sandwich. Go look at the old Pope's church. Oh no, man. Look, it was a really nice.
$66,000. That's it?
Mhm.
Yes, we're gonna do a drive-by this week. So
Well, do it, friend. Do it. Call me so I can be in the
yes,
chat.
definitely. I know exactly where that church is at.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? And it looked really nice. I ain't gonna lie.
Mhm.
Again, I'm not here to split hairs over Catholicism at the moment, but again, I will. I'm just saying it would be it would seem smart to me to maybe invest some funds into revitalization. That grass is getting cut. I'm sorry, all grass is getting cut next Tuesday. We getting it spruced up because it's warm. People are coming to see this place. People want to see where his
Mhm.
house was. They want to see this church. Okay, fine. And we're just gonna make sure that they got something to they can go ahead and leave a little bit of a little love offering in the Dalton economy when you come to see Pope Leo the 19th or whatever his number is, 14th's childhood upbringing. Just leave a little love offering right here at the wherever.
Wow, that is incredible. You be coming with the facts.
I'm just saying, like it just
Um,
I
mhm.
think it would be good. So, but shout out to y'all though. So long story short, we started that by saying, I know you won't be calling me no more because y'all got, new mayor. You got your other Jason you like now. You got your other Jason.
Oh, no, no, no. He's not as funny as you are,
I
dear what
like him.
Christian.
I
Yes.
like Jason
Well,
House. Shout out to Jason House.
I really appreciate you coming and joining me today. Um, no,
Never a problem.
yeah, around oh, yes, thank you, I appreciate it. Because well, around 4 o'clock, Alderwoman Colby Chapman is going to drop in.
Okay. I
And,
love it.
we're gonna have a conversation because there's a lot going on. Now,
In
I don't know
Harvey.
if you Harvey,
In
what's
Harvey.
interesting is, uh, Ryan, last night after everybody walked out,
Mhm.
apparently the mayor went on a rant. I'm telling you, y'all don't get to see the good parts of Chris Clark. During public comments, they don't respond to you.
You don't respond,
But as
right.
soon as the mayor's comments, he just was like nasty. I was like,
Wow.
mm-mm, I don't care. Cause I normally would never speak at a meeting.
Mhm.
So I spoke last night at the city council for the first time. And he said something, that's after I left out the door. He said, "Oh, no, he didn't name. He said they have residents who don't even live in her ward, politicking for her or something like that." I was like, do they think we dumb? That's what I'm trying to understand.
Right.
And so it's frustrating with that
I can
portion
imagine.
of it. And
I can imagine.
when we got kicked out last night, we had to leave the building, not out of the room, but
The
out
whole
of the
building, right.
the whole building. Now, Flip Chicago Red was there. They was nice and loud and saying it proud.
Yeah, they were.
I'ma let Imma let that stand. But, they so they was like because the police pushed us all the way out to the outside. And
Wow.
the Chicago Reds like taking pictures because they locked the doors. They said they're not supposed to lock the doors. They only supposed to let you go out of the room, not out of the building.
Mhm.
And I was like, "Oh god."
So they were, a little feisty.
Vocal?
Vocal, I like that, vocal, I like it even better, yeah, absolutely.
Yes. And I think that they may so they weren't able to get back in the building after they, made everybody else leave.
Hmm.
I saw a video on their website where the police officer said those with those T-shirts on cannot come back in because they
Oh,
are disruptive.
well, there you go. Y'all stop being disruptive. Okay.
Yeah. I said, "Well, I didn't know that was legal that you could just tell somebody they can't come in a meeting."
Right. That's starting to sound like Lacey to me. That sounds like
Yes.
something Lacey woulda did.
Yes, they got a lot of those here.
Wow.
And so, the reason why is that it's getting like more people talking about it is because they took an 87-year-old woman's home and they said it was Freddie Mac gave them that house. And then they turned around and sold it to a developer for $2,000. Now the
Not
lady still lives in
2,000.
the house.
So tell me, how are they was she behind on taxes?
No, the family said no, and they had the actual deed.
So how they do that?
That's what we don't understand. So
Oh,
hopefully Alderwoman Kobe Chapman. So that's why she got manhandled and taken out of that room because she was just trying to ask
yeah, for
questions
sure.
for the family because they're confused on what happened and why it's happening.
I like it. Okay. And people asked to leave, they passed a new ordinance and Harvey welcomes us. Welcome Harvey. We're the worst adult in was. I love it, Mike. Shout out to Mike.
Oh,
That should
definitely.
not be a goal or aspiration for any municipality, but it sounds like Harvey is fast tracking it for sure.
Yes. And because he said in one of his videos, he said, "Oh, the mayor of Dalton was she was called out her name. And the only person who went to protect her was her boyfriend." I'm thinking to myself, she went to
Okay.
fight for her boyfriend. She didn't go,
Right.
she left her seat.
And got into the melee. Because
Yes.
Lord knows, no apologies was there.
Oh, yeah, Lord knows, yes.
Lord
Thank you,
knows.
Mike, for the gifted membership.
Shout out
If
to
you
Mike.
are in the chat and you received a membership from Mike, please drop a yellow heart and say thank you to Mike. I
Let's
appreciate
see
it.
here. It looks like Robin Becker is the one. Robin is the one.
How did you know that?
It shows on your YouTube channel. I got your YouTube
Really?
up um, as well as StreamYard.
Oh, okay. I'm telling you, dear well Christian be teaching a sister.
I'm here to I'm here to help as best I can. As best
Thank you
I
so
can. I'm gonna help.
much. Oh God, Mike reminded me that they're fighting. Yes, yeah, that will probably go down to the for the rest of my life.
They're fighting. They're fighting. I mean, hey, it,
You
it,
know what?
it
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was just gonna say it is what it is, but go ahead.
Hey, Miss Malone. Yes, and the real honestly, the first time I had saw Alderwoman Kobe Chapman get kicked out the meeting, it was cold outside. She was in the parking lot crying after that. I was like, dang, she got to do better. But then I realized later after I went through what I went through, I said, you don't know how you gonna feel and how you gonna react when
Mhm.
something happens to you. So I was like, okay, I get it.
No, I
But
totally agree.
she showed a picture of her arm and it was bruised up. from the police
Wow.
pulling her out that meeting.
Eh,
So
that's such a bad look for them. But I mean, yeah, I mean, they put themselves in that position. There was no reason that they had to do that like that. But I understand.
yes, and everybody's talking about her being the next mayor of Harvey. She a young girl too, young girl, young
Hmm.
lady. Let me say, not young girl.
Right.
Um, and let me give you all. I wrote some things down because I wanted. She has a bachelor's degree.
You kind of
Yes,
pixelating.
ma'am.
What happened? You kind of
Hmm?
pixelating. What happened? You're breaking up a little bit.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what? All right, one sec. Oh no, I wanted to give you a little back. How, oh, Luna, how you doing? Give you all a little background on this young lady. I got my questions up, but and so let me tell you some things about her. So she's a long life resident of Harvey. She has a bachelor's
Hmm.
art in criminology and forensic science from SIU, Southern Illinois University in Carbondale. She also has a master's of science in education and program leadership.
Love it.
She's a Delta, and she's a founder of Penny Up, a nonprofit aimed at educating and financially aiding youth from diverse backgrounds. And she's actually the first woman of color elected as a second ward alderwoman since Harvey's incorporation in 1891.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. Shout out to her.
So, yeah, because the Deltas came out last night. I
Oh,
said,
did
"Ooh,"
they?
and they said, "Yeah," and they said more is coming. I said, "Oh Lord." So,
Okay.
well, yeah, I mean, to show, I'm just saying to show the solidarity for her, because it's getting out of control. They getting more aggressive of like forcing her out of the building. And he said last night, sometimes you got to teach people a lesson. I said, "Oh, that's why people get up and left."
Which seems so. I just hate it, man. Wish we could do it a little bit better because it doesn't come across well. I'm looking at some of the the Flip Chicago Red. Um,
Yeah. Flip
yeah, they're not
Chicago Red.
pleased and happy at all.
Oh no. They've already said what they gonna do next. I said, who are these people? They live in I didn't see them coming.
Well, I think it'd be fun to see. Like, let's see what happens the next meeting. They're gonna just flood it. They're gonna flood it with DSTs in the building or what?
They said that they will be filing lawsuits. And I heard one alderman said, "This ain't Chicago." I said, Lord help us.
Well, y'all like
And
filing lawsuits up there.
oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely.
Y'all got
Um,
lawsuits on lock.
do you know anything about Flip Chicago?
I've talked to them. I've had them on the show one time.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Zoe and Danielle, yes.
Well, hey. Okay, let me show you. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, so you had the lady on there, Danielle, right?
I had Danielle and
Okay.
Zoe.
So okay.
But what
I don't know
were you
which
about to
one
ask
was
me? What were you gonna tell me?
it was. I said, "What do you know about them?"
Oh no, I just think that their overall, from my understanding in my discussion with them, their overall um, platform is that they believe that the leadership in Chicago is hot garbage, and the only way to make a resolution, if I'm understanding correctly, without I don't want to speak um, out of turn, but the only way to make a resolution to that is to flip Chicago red. So it's been blue forever, and it needs to be red. Long story short. But
Oh,
okay, let me hear what she got going on. Let me see. Right here.
okay. And it's from a month ago. Oh, sorry, I can't stop the commercials. Oh, skip ad.
I don't want anybody who crossed over here illegally unvetted. I don't want them in my communities. The Democratic Party is so far from reality. They go in their gated communities. I don't see any of those people that's advocating to keep these people here. I don't see them in their house and their communities.
Well, that is our next guest, calling out sanctuary and immigration policies during testimony before Congress yesterday. So let's bring her in. Danielle Carter-Walter. She's the vice president of Chicago Flips Red. And yes, that is what it means. Danielle, thanks for joining us here in studio. And you were fired up. You came with a message, not just for Congress, specifically, I think, for Democrats who sort of stand in the way of this administration trying to carry out its immigration policies. What were you so passionate about? What was the message you really wanted lawmakers to hear yesterday?
Yes, for far so long, we have allowed people who their reality is so far from our reality to tell our story. And our voice has been silenced. So I wanted to tell the story of what's really happening in my community, in our community, in most of the sanctuary cities. I wanted to be able to tell that story because and show how the Democratic Party policies are destroying and killing our community. And so long we allow Jasmine Crockett and we allow Al Sharpton to tell these false narratives about what's going on. And they don't even live in our communities. They stay in those gated communities, and they don't have to deal with what we have to deal with on the ground level. And so I was so passionate about that because Brandon Johnson, they always try to silence our voice when we come down there. They do a lot of things.
Why do they try to silence you?
Because the truth is coming out. We are showing about how devastating the migrant or illegal alien crisis have been in our community, because they come in and they bring, I believe it's 70,000.
Well,
Wow.
wow. I was trying to find a video to show you where they were. Oh, they were very outspoken speaking to the media yesterday. Come on. Oh, and I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to watch the Thornton Township meeting today, but I know I'm going to hear about it.
They say 51,000, but they bring them here unvetted. And let me say this, because sometimes it seems like people
Okay. Yes. And I want, adios mío. Oh, my computer is frozen. Adios mío. But I'm still here, y'all. I'm still here. My computer says I'm doing too much at one time. So
What are you
so you don't understand.
are you hardwired
Oh, I'm trying to bring
to the
well,
internet?
I'm going what's it called? Ethernet?
Yeah. Ethernet. Okay.
That's
To your computer. Perfect.
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Next
So
question. What type of computer do you have?
Harvey residents concerned about the future of their city say they are.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
So what type of computer do you have?
Harvey residents concerned about the future of.
Go ahead. Don't let me bother you.
Dale.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, let me show you this right here.
All right, let's check it out.
I don't know. The real McCoy, I'm not sure what problem
Their
they
city
have
say
with
they
her.
are mobilizing. They say they want answers, they want transparency, and they want oversight. The mayor's office saying what they describe as grandstanding only stands in the way of leaders being able to do their job. Uproar tonight in the south suburbs, where Harvey City Council meeting came to a brief halt following applause during a public comment.
You know what? Go ahead. Clear the room.
The mayor warning multiple times that if disruptions would be made, he would clear the room. Residents angered by that after claiming they have continuously been silenced by the mayor's office, a claim also being made by Alderwoman Colby Chapman.
I witnessed a troubling pattern in our governance, a pattern of silencing voices and shielding decisions from public view.
The second ward alderwoman was arrested during a city council meeting 2 weeks ago, she says, while trying to speak on behalf of a resident. The city council voting to censure her and remove her from the meeting, as seen here on this video.
The officers were actually trying to grab her merchandise, and that's when she got combative and decided to hit one of the officers.
Alderwoman Chapman claiming she did not hit the officer. Chapman was charged with battery of a law enforcement officer, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. Since that meeting, residents coming to her defense while also airing out their own issues against the mayor.
Across our city, residents are facing fee increases.
I think she told me she played basketball in college. Or I know she did in high school. I'm not sure in college.
Okay.
On water bills, municipal gas tax, property taxes, housing inspections, and business license, to name a few.
Many in the crowd here calling for federal oversight and an investigation into the mayor's administration.
Bottom line is, if she has an issue with any of these things, she's more than welcome to meet us in court if that's the case. And they want to call out for state and federal oversight. I've already called for that.
Mayor Christopher Clark saying what happened during the April 28th meeting was an enforcement of the council's rules.
It hampers our ability to conduct business and take care of the business. And also it gives us a bad look as far as the world is concerned, to make them think that we don't have the ability to govern ourselves, which we do.
My passion for the issues facing our residents sometimes pushes me beyond procedural boundaries. But my intent has always been to speak for those who feel voiceless.
Residents claiming during that meeting break, they were locked out of the meeting. They say this is only the beginning of their fight.
Yeah. Oh. Come back, dear. Well, Christian, are you on mute?
They said we're about to run it back.
Oh.
They said we're gonna run it back.
Yeah, interesting, right?
So I'm with the real McCoy. I would love to ask Councilwoman, like, what is the issue? Is it just that they don't want to be held accountable? They don't want transparency? Why is she becoming such a lightning rod of shenanigans in Harvey? But I know you got some other good questions as well. So
Yes. That's a good question. Well, I know they don't want her speaking out, and he feels that it's a time and a place for everything.
Mhm.
And this is not the place
Oh, okay.
or the time and a place. But he won't
Right.
meet with her.
Yeah, and that sounds just like, man, this sounds exactly like your friend that y'all got rid of just recently. It sounds like some
Yes.
shooter did.
Yes.
So yeah.
Exactly. Well. Well, I just received a text from Alderwoman Colby Chapman. She's caught up in meetings right now, and she's not going to be able to join us. So she asked me if I can do it tomorrow. I'm going to see what's going on, and I will have to reschedule with her. And I understand she's busy because she's an active
Councilwoman.
council. Yes, alderwoman.
Alderwoman. Sorry, what?
Yeah. You have
Sorry
council?
about that. We have councils here, yeah.
Oh,
But I just
okay.
didn't pay attention. That's all. Because you
Oh,
said
it's
Alder.
okay.
So
Yes.
you said Alder
So
enough, so you should be paying attention.
no worries. Yeah. So I'm not. So I just wanted to. She has been banned. She has been banned from future meetings.
Oh man.
Not that I'm aware of, but I did hear her say that she was banned for 5 days from being in the city of Harvey. So she couldn't even come back to her home for 5 days at one point. So, and she said last night that they're still putting charges on her as of today
But
or
they
yesterday.
catching charges again, are they? Ay,
Yeah.
ay. All
You
right.
can't catch a break.
Okay, so
Well,
we'll reschedule it then.
yes.
All right. So I have a question for you. Well, okay. What are you about to do?
Not sure. I didn't
All right.
get a plan B.
All right. I'm gonna throw a firebrand out there. You ready? I'm kicking a hornet's nest. I'm gonna throw the proverbial Molotov cocktail out
Uh-oh.
there. You ready?
Ready?
Are you tired? Do you have fatigue? D-Love? Do you have black fatigue? I want to talk about this topic that's been coming up. I've talked about it a lot on my channel. It's black fatigue.
Black fatigue.
And now, to be fair, it was a term that was initially said for really for black people being tired of other ethnic groups, particularly the less melanated ethnic group. But for some reason, like the last week, it has taken on a life of its own, and people are talking about how they are tired of black people. And let's be very real. They're not talking about you and myself. We're talking about the ignorance. We're talking about the culture. They ain't talking about just now. Some people are translating it as just black people in general. And you know what really I think started it was the whole Shiloh Hendricks, the woman that called the little black boy the N-word.
Oh.
I really think that's what kind of kicked it into high gear. Because if you go on other platforms, TikTok and X, people
Mhm.
are less melanated are very, very upset, and you kind of can understand where they're coming from. But anyway, I just want to hear: had you heard about this term, black fatigue, and then do you have an opinion about it?
Well,
And if
I've
you
not heard about I never heard that term black fatigue,
really,
but I
oh, let me see.
understand it.
Okay,
I understand it. I understand it because I live it every day. Um,
not
in
every
my
day.
every day in my neighborhood, when you walk out your door, drive down the street, you see the ladies of the night walking, or you see the liquor stores on the corner, or you hear the gunshot, pow, pow, pows in your street or on the
Next block, yeah.
next block over.
I'm trying to find. I did a video montage of it, and it's not super long. I was trying to see if I can open it up and find it real quick.
Mhm. I
But
understand that.
yep, here it
You
is
get
right here.
tired of hearing about the drill music, uh, the whack 100s and the
Oh, you ain't calling
uh
out whack? Is D-Love calling out whack? Oh no,
I'm
she
just saying,
ain't. Is she calling
listen,
out
don't come
whack?
for me, whack 100. I'm just tired of
Don't
you.
come forward. Don't come forward.
Yes, I'm just tired of the chaos and they going to jail, um like the Dirks and who was the Diddy trial, and I won't even watch the Diddy trial.
Well, it's not
Um
even televised. So when I get off, I'm gonna go over because Cassie was a witness today, so I am gonna talk about that tonight.
Oh, that should be
After
nice.
Evan
Okay.
Thornton. So I got that queued up. But let me do this. I'm gonna pull in. I did a montage of
Okay.
several TikToks talking about it, against it, for it, the whole nine. It'll give you a good lay of the land. So let me bring this in. I just put in if you could pull it up,
And I'm
and we
like,
can.
who was that person in the
All right, I
chat?
might be late to the party, but I just heard a term called black fatigue. It's trending. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Black fatigue is growing in this country. The only people pushing racism and racial division in America is black people. Black people use race as a weapon to get what they want. We use our race to get jobs. We use our race to get out of trouble. We use our race to justify the worst actions coming from our community. We defend cop killers and we defend people who murder people in cold blood. This kind of rhetoric is making people tired of black people, irritated and frustrated at the fact that there is no accountability with black people at all. I'm tired of having the worst of the worst be the representation of the rest of the community. I'm tired of our culture, which is disgusting and destructive, being the greatest thing that we champion, put on a pedestal, and we defend endlessly. Racism in America stops with black people. Crime in this country goes down when black people take accountability and police their own. Black people don't need to do better. We need to fight back against these people and start aiming for greater.
Let them have their open conversation. Then y'all gonna call Y'all gonna be crying racism. Right, these racist. I can't believe he said that. You can't say that. Y'all can go out and mow down random deputies that don't have anything to do with anything just because they're white and uniform. Y'all can support that. Y'all can puncture the hearts and take the lives of teenagers because they said a mean word to you and call that bullying. But white people can't speak openly about how they actually feel, what they're actually observing about black people. They can't use their words. And y'all lay down and die off of words. They about to get real explicit with how they feeling about us. They about to get very direct about what they think about the black community, and y'all just gonna sit there and take it because you need to hear it. Maybe that's what needs to happen. Maybe that's what we need. That's what y'all need, is to hear what these people are really thinking and how they're really feeling, because they've censored themselves for too long and they've let y'all get away with way too much. Y'all need a heavy dose of the truth. And y'all gonna be crying racism all day long. I have a feeling that this weekend, white people gonna really start getting bold, talking about how they feel about what's going on amongst the black community and and how they so over us. Cause I'm over it. I know I'm over it, and I'm in it. I'm nothing but black. I'm nothing but black American. That's it. That's all I am. That's all I've ever been. That's all my ancestors have ever been, to my knowledge. And I'm sick, so I know they are.
Black fatigue. We might.
Okay, that was interesting. That was my microphone. Oh, I turned my thing down. That's interesting.
So give me your 2 cents. And it's all good. We just having a conversation.
Mhm. I have no 2 cents for it. I mean, I don't know. It just seemed like it just starting more division amongst everyone.
Okay.
Mhm.
Do you agree that the idea and the notion that we don't hold ourselves accountable, and this is the highly melanated community, period, that we don't hold, because you just gave some examples there that you were talking about what you see when you walk out in the morning. Do you agree that we're not doing a good job of policing and holding ourselves accountable? So then it does spill out into other communities, and they're looking like, well, D Love and Dear World Christian, y'all must be complicit in this. Y'all must agree
Yeah.
with this. Whereas on my show the other day, we were talking about there's a trailer park outside of Whitaker Park.
Oh, where he at? Come back. Oh, I hit the wrong button. D-Love is very PC and careful with her words. And real McCoy, it's not that I'm just careful with my words. Let me tell him to come back. Yikes. It's just like some things, like I don't really subscribe to. You just get tagged. I listen. And maybe that's part. My grandmother used to tell me, oh, he coming back. Uh-oh.
Yeah, so she was tired of me. D Love said she had DWC fatigue.
No. No.
That's why I'm gonna tell the story. That's how I'm gonna tell the story, y'all. That's how I'm gonna tell the story, y'all.
I
Let
saw
her
that
kick me
man
out
looking
there.
at me. I said, that man, I was like, how you get him off of here?
Oh,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
so there's a trailer park outside of Whitaker Park, and it's
Uh-huh.
got a little tree line around it, so you don't know it's there. You have to know
Okay.
that there's a trailer park back there. And I remember when I told Lady Dear World Christian, I said, there's a trailer park back there. My wife clutched her pearls. And in her
Really?
mind, our property value of our home went down 10 cents, because she's like, oh, there's a trailer park over there. And now whenever something happens or whenever she sees something going on over there, she always mentions there's a trailer park over there. Now, I don't know. Now, I have neighbors around me that are white. I have
Okay.
never heard them say anything positive about the trailer park across the street around the corner. I ain't never heard them say, man, boy, we was down in we living. They never talk about it. They never reference it. They never, and it's there.
Mhm.
It is there. They never talk about it. They never regale it about, man, I remember when I was living in the trailer park and the lot lizards was lizard. None of that stuff. None of that. But we tend to, the highly melanated crowd, we tend to speak as favorably and, dare I say, deify and venerate the hood. And I don't know another community that does that like that,
Yes.
because the white people don't even associate with it. There's a true difference between my neighbor on the left and right and what will be called trailer park trash or white trash. They don't even mess with them. They don't even try to associate. But we don't seem to have a delineation between when we've moved up in ranks or society or caste, whatever you want to use. We'd have made a little bit of scratch. We'd have moved on up. We don't tend to separate ourselves from that. We actually say that if you do, you lose your black card, or you're not being invited to the cookout, or you acting white. Why do we do that?
You know, I want to say a lot of that is ignorance. I want to say that um, I grew up in. Let me say this: I grew up in a two-parent household.
Okay. Shout
My
out.
mother graduated from college. My father just graduated from high school. But we still lived in the hood. I couldn't understand why we still live in the hood, but we didn't know we was living in the hood, and it was the best experience in my life.
Okay.
Um, there was a point. At some point, I decided I'm moving to Florida.
Okay. Shout out to Florida.
Of course, I moved to Florida with a knucklehead. Don't judge me. And but we moved into a trailer park. Now, see, before I had moved into that trailer park, I thought I was uppity, snobby. I was working in corporate America. And what? You want me to live where? But let me tell you something. That trailer park humbled me because we don't know what day and what hour that we may end up on that side of the road. And
Mhm.
those people in that trailer park, it was like a Jerry Springer moment. But it was the best. And those the people who were most humblest. They were nice. I had ex skinhead. Hey, ma'am. I had ex skinhead as my neighbors.
Mhm.
We barbecued, talked. It's like we have to really get to know our community and the people that's in it.
Let
And
me clarify, because I'm not trying to say that. I'm not saying that nothing is good in the hood or the trailer park. That's not what
mhm,
I was saying. What I'm saying is the things and the elements that you yourself don't want to associate with, you don't want your children exposed to, you don't think are safe and such of that nature. I'm using that as just kind of a generalization. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but it's taken on a life of its own. Actually, I picked up the book. I ordered the book. It should be here tomorrow,
oh,
and I'm actually going to read the
oh,
book and give a review of it. Because again, I am perfectly fine with the way
mhm.
it's being used. I'm perfectly fine with the new way that's being used, but but that's just my little speak. But go ahead.
I have a question then. So do
Sure.
you think that like when I lived in California and LA, they said to me, I asked the people, the girl said, only poor people take the bus. I'm thinking I take the bus. But but the guy told me in LA at this point in time, there's no there's no whites or blacks. It's either you poor or you got money. And so sometimes I
Interesting.
think that like I live in what do you say is Chicago's segregated, right?
Uh, I ain't been up there
Desegregate.
to see how y'all segregated, but I've heard it is. But go ahead.
Yeah, so and it's kinda still like that in certain
Aurora isn't.
respect. Right.
Aurora's pretty mixed, but go ahead.
Yeah, so it's like to me, it's like because we live in our own communities, we sometimes don't here in Chicago,
Mhm.
we don't always see what other people see.
I
Yeah, we
got
get
you.
tired.
But
We tired.
I was referring to, there are things that we, and I call it intra ethnic group issues that we
Mhm.
need to deal with. We need to
Yes.
talk about. And it has nothing to do with other people groups. And I call it, I call it the bonnets, pajamas, and slides. Right?
Yeah.
And so that ain't got nothing to do with white women. Why do our women go to Walmart wearing bonnets, pajamas, and slides? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like that why do we do that? Why do we
Yes.
allow that? But and I know, and I'm gonna go on a limb. I don't think you do that. You see me
No.
be right. That's what I'm saying. Like, look, you clutching your pearls, right? So, but see, why do
You
we even like? I wouldn't want you to be associated with that, with the bonnets and pajamas mafia, because none of my girls wear. I was joking the other day. Mine don't even wear them
Mhm.
into the garage. Like you
Oh,
hardly wear them downstairs.
okay.
President Firstborn had her bonnet on when I came home today because she was
Okay.
off from school, but it was more of a fluke than anything else. And they don't wear those outside. But my point is, I wouldn't lump you into that group, but like that alone, do we have the capacity to speak to our own within our own group and say, you know what, we need to stop doing that? And I remember when Monique mentioned that
The
to young
bonnets.
women going to the airport, and it's such like, and
Yes.
everybody jumped off and came off the top rope on her. But she was speaking about this matter because we can have black fatigue. We can have fatigue looking at ourselves. Like, look, I'm tired of the way y'all behave, and I'm gonna move from this trailer park. I'm gonna move from the hood and go somewhere where I
Mhm.
can live, enjoy, and don't have to see bonnets and pajamas.
Yes. I
But that's
agree,
just
and
my
I
little two
was
cents. Go ahead.
the Real McCoy and Mike, we're gonna get to your
Oh, I'm
questions
sorry,
in
Mike.
one moment. Um, I understand that. I always said to myself is a lot of the problems that are these generations are having now is because I always said, like, my parents' generation was strict on us.
Hmm.
And then when I started having kids, I said, "I ain't finna be as strict as my mama was."
Well, yeah, and then
And
that's
then it started to water down. And then when my kids well, my daughter's not that way. She really mean to her kid to me. That's mean to me, but strict on her son. But a lot of people, they're it becomes we get away from tradition. Where your grandmother say you go out and you look out. When you go outside, you gotta look a certain way when you come out with me. And I had to go
facts.
back home several times and change my clothes. Um,
That
we're not taught, or we stopped.
no, that's 1,000% correct. And we could have like a 9-day conversation about that. I think we
Yes.
could. To I want to tackle Real McCoy's question about black on black uh, partiality. Yeah, it's called colorism. It's called
Mhm.
the paper bag test. All right,
Explain.
you ain't say again.
Explain that.
Within our group, um, people who have less yellower or more mulatto, they're looked at
Mhm.
differently than persons who are darker color. You and me are relatively about the same skin complexion. So we do have
Yeah.
colorism in our group. We have colorism between I mean, again, we act like somebody just because somebody's light skinned, they got good hair. I mean, watch School Days.
Mhm.
School Days is pretty much a perfect
Oh, yeah.
example of all the different
Yeah.
isms that we have. Good and bad hair, jigaboos versus the light skin. I mean, that's us. And that's us. And the thing is, that has nothing to do with white people. And
Yes.
I propose the idea that we need to have an honest conversation between black folk about this stuff and don't bring white folk into it. Because you know what? White folk do bonnets and pajamas and slides too in Walmart. They do.
Do they?
And I've seen them. I've seen them. Yeah, they
Oh.
do. But you know what? That's not my concern. I'm talking
Uh-huh.
about us. And see what tends to happen a lot of time is when we try to hold our group accountable and say, hey, why you bonnet and pajama in the airport? They will immediately say, well, what about this one? Or what about that person? No, we're talking about you. Why are you doing it? Why are you doing it?
Mhm.
I'm not asking about Becky or Maria. I'm asking about you, Shaniqua. Why are you bonnet and pajama in the doggone airport? Bruh, why are you behaving like that in that manner? Don't tell me about what Tommy, don't tell me about what Julio is doing. Tell me about you. Why are you doing that? As a black man, why are we behaving like that? Well, see, we tend to always deflect it off to somebody else. And I think that's where we get tired of each other. Like I'm tired of telling you, and then now I'm gonna go ahead and move over here with these people that are gonna behave differently. That's my little 2 cents. I'm here to pick a fight. I told you.
Yeah, but I still feel like we first have to fix our households. And a lot of the stuff that's going on in our communities because we're not fixing our own household. Again, nothing has changed from when I grew up or when I was raised in children, when you was raised in children, is that if you don't teach your children and your children and if you had children when you're young, sometimes it become these are your friends and not your children.
Oh, I think there's definitely room. Go to TikTok and just
Mhm.
watch all of the women that are there. There should be a break between, in my opinion, there should be a break between D Love and your children,
Yes.
where sure y'all have fun, sure y'all laugh and giggle, y'all watch movies and eat popcorn together, all that kind of stuff like that. But there should be a break. And one day it hit me. I was like, you know what? Because President Firstborn likes to come in here and Chief Executive Secondborn come in here, and they want me to do these dances with them.
On
And I said,
TikTok.
no, I don't do that. I don't do that.
Yeah.
I said, you can go ask your mama to go do that. I don't do that. And
Mhm.
one day it hit me. I was like, there is no way in the world I would have ever asked James to do a dance or
Hecky
to gone out to the
nah.
right. Okay, so you know that. Okay, so you see where I'm going here. I'm like, my dad would have come from under a car, hands dirty,
Mhm.
brake oil spilled on him. Hey, Dad, let's do a dance. My dad would have murdered me.
Hecky nah.
My dad would have killed me. But and I'm like, I would never have done that because I never saw my dad as doing. I saw that I knew in my dad with all of his flaws and all of his issues. I knew that one
Mhm.
day I was going to cross over and I wasn't going to be able to do the things that I'm doing here as a child, as a teenager. I knew it was coming. And one day I
Mhm.
woke up and guess what? I wasn't dancing no more, right? I had brake oil on me and I had dirty hands from under a car. So I knew there was a delineation between my dad was a mechanic. And so I knew
Okay.
that there was a break between that. If you go to TikTok today, there is no break. Your granddaughters are doing the exact same thing that grandmamas are doing.
Mhm.
And there's again, there's no change in the dress, there's no change in the speech, there's no change in what they listen to
Yeah.
music wise, anything of
Mhm.
that nature. And I don't think that we've done a good job. Well, I think we've done a horrible job of showing like there's a transition. You ain't got to do some rite of passage and all that kind of stuff like that, but you're gonna move on and you're gonna transition from being a child to now being an adult.
Mhm.
And you know, uh,
Yeah.
again, I got a 15 and a 17-year-old here. And the 17-year-old, I'm like, You're almost an adult. You're about to leave from here in August, and the next time we see you, you're gonna be an adult." And that's gonna be a whole slew of new things that come with that. But one of those things is not gonna be dancing on TikTok.
Oh, yes. Yeah, and you know what? I know my
What's that?
kids probably say I was hard on them, hard,
And
because my mother was hard on me, and,
do they live in your house still?
no, no, they don't.
Guess then you did the right thing then. Then I
Yeah.
don't care about you being hard. Guess what? Because you've told me about your son. He's doing some really great things.
Yes, and my daughter, she works, she's gonna graduate from college, with her son, and she's going, what she's gonna do? She's gonna open up some kinda food truck or something like that where she lives, and
As long
she's
as she ain't
after
in
this,
your
she's going to get a
house.
master's degree. But I'm saying is that first it was a time I'm like, "Oh, we kinda concerned about this one right here." And then,
Yeah, wow.
what it just saying is like, sometimes if we don't we don't, set the foundation, and if we don't continue to set the foundation, we're gonna have a group or generation of children who are just TikToking all day, bonnets and
Yeah.
slides, um, and just crazy stuff. And I wanna say this too because okay. Oh, I wanna say this. Because of what I hear on the news, I always felt that, oh, this will be stressing me out. You see all the crime that's around in the news and whatnot, right?
Mhm.
But then when I go someplace, like Mandy, her name is Mandy, she came on my show last night. I
Okay.
knew I forgot who she was, but now I know who she is. Young girl.
Okay.
There are a
Shout
lot
out.
of millennials who are actually African American females and men who are actually doing great things. It's
For
just
sure.
a section that make it look bad. And I do have another question for you.
I call it the noisy minority. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah, your
Yeah.
son get you right. No, 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 I agree. And I think
Mhm.
because we are the more quiet, silent, just doing our business majority, we do need
Mhm.
to address the loud, rambunctious. ratchet minority within the Black community
Yes.
and just say, baby, we don't do slides and pajamas like that. We don't do bonnets like that no more.
Heck
Again, like I want to go back and
no.
find that Monique video because I think she was probably right on the money and she probably was speaking on this matter. Like we're not
Mhm.
holding ourselves accountable. But then when other people groups say stuff, then we get in our feelings when they
Mhm.
say something about us. But we should have said this about them. No, y'all stop sliding in pajama now. No, y'all stop being loud when y'all go out to brunch on Sundays. No, you
Yes.
don't need to behave like that. You don't need to behave like that. But that we
And
need to
that's
say
really
that.
what's missing. That's missing. That's really is what's missing in the society
Right.
that we're not telling. They'll say we just old school or this a generational gap and we don't know what's happening. But listen,
But we do know what's happening. We can
we
see
know it.
it. We see it and we hear it. And
Mhm.
we are I'm going to say this because this is definitely not going to be popular, but we as a society are better as we are all working together versus us versus them versus the other group. But when we're all working together and say, hey, we see a problem, we're going to coalesce around this. Like for example, in Dalton, you can't have all wig shops. You can't do it. I know all them buildings, all them
Yeah.
businesses y'all want to build into Dalton. You can't have wig shops. You're going to
Mhm.
need a yoga studio.
Mhm.
You're going to need a dog groomer. You're going
True.
to need that. You're going to need coffee houses. You're going to need a mixture of different places that attracted a slew of different people, not just Black only. I'm being funny when I say wig shop, but you got my point. You can't just do that. Dalton is not
Mhm.
going to thrive off of just wig shops. It needs a mixture of different small business owners to come in. And I think we would do well when we are able to mix with other people groups, but we can't let the loud and rambunctious minority ruin it for all of us because D wants to open up a coffee house or Dear World Christian's trying to open up a lawn care company. We're going to need other people group to help work with us and not
Yes.
just Black only lawn care. It's just not going to happen.
You said not just only Black lawn care?
No, Black only, like where like I'm only gonna cut Black people's grass. No, I mean you cut other people.
Oh, that sounds crazy.
See, doesn't it sound silly? But when we do certain
Yes.
things like that, because a lot of the time we're saying we don't want to work with other people groups, and part of the problem is the reason we don't want to work with other people groups because other people groups don't want to work with us because of the minority, the rambunctious minority that puts a bad image on Black community. And
Yes.
let me also just say, culture and skin color are not the same things. So
Okay.
my skin color is different than my culture. So
Yes.
we have melded them to the point that we don't think that you can separate culture from your skin color. Yes, you can.
Mm.
And we need to actually say that out loud and be clear about it. Can I answer Real McCoy's question or tell me if
Oh,
you
we can
want?
definitely.
All right. So Real McCoy said, as a person that's white, shout out to our less melanated brothers and sisters. I don't mean to offend, but what is colorism within the Black community? And there's not a lot of them that I think there are some Indian cultures that do it as well. That look at within the Black community, those who are very dark skinned, like I am a dark skinned Black man. I have a different value within my community than my good friend Larry, who is very light skinned. And part of that is because early on, a lot of people looked at white was right. Or if you were less melanated, aka you had been mixed with another race, you were less, you had lighter skin, that you were better than somebody who was not, and it's such of that nature. So within Black community, we do the thing with good and bad hair. We do the thing with the broadness of the nose. We do the thing with the skin color, those kind of things like
Mhm.
that. Height is another one, but and I'm not saying it's germane to only Black community. There are some other things that pass on because I know Asian communities, they have some other isms that are just almost unique to them, and Hispanic communities do it as well. But I'm only talking about Black community because I'm a Black man, and so
Mhm.
a lot of times it's called colorism. And there was for example, there's a university here in Washington, D.C., that in order to enroll into that historically black college or university, your skin color could not be darker than a brown paper bag. And
Oh.
so the joke is my good friend Larry, who actually went to Howard, we always, when we feel like being feisty with each other, I tell him, well, hey, your school wouldn't have let me in because I wouldn't have passed the brown paper bag test. So that's where the brown
Ah.
paper bag came from. I hope that made sense.
And
Dear woke
would
sees
you
another
also
comic gonna fight me.
okay.
Hmm?
Now would you say like back like when I was younger, men would say to me, "Oh, for a dark-skinned woman, you're cute for a dark-skinned woman." I'd
That's
be like,
exactly.
"What?"
Yep. That's colorism. That's us being colorist. That ain't got nothing to do with that's us putting a preferential treatment on. Like my wife is lighter than me. I think I'm the darkest in my family. Yeah, I think I'm the darkest. And so all my wife is lighter than me. My girls are about a mix between two of us. Whatever. But and my mom is definitely lighter than me. And but it is what it is. My dad is my color. So it is what it is. We just have a whole plenitude of different colors and shades. And my sister-in-laws are all different shades too. So, shout out. God bless them with a lot of melanin, a little bit of melanin, or whatever. But
Mhm.
that doesn't take value away from you. But that's
No,
the ignorant person that's making that kind of commentary. So,
I totally agree. H had a question.
okay. Oh, when I say black and brown, uh, it's a not a pejorative. I apologize. It's something that we've made up. They're talking about black. I'm like, I'm a black man, but and of course, D Love is a black woman. But for example, they use the word brown for Hispanic or Latino heritage people. We love to just segment ourselves. Okay. That's why a lot of
Yes.
times I say highly melanated and less melanated because it makes a lot of people mad when I say it. So that's
Mhm.
why I do it. But sometimes I forget too. So you gotta have mercy on me. So, but I'll try to make you mad. I promise. I really do. I really will make you mad. But a lot of the time
Uh,
they just do that. But you can just clearly, I want to give everybody permission here. If you're here on the show and you've hit the like button, or no apologies. If you've already hit the like button, I am going to give you permission to tell these people to kick rocks. That's right. If they want to put you in some kind of segmented, hyphenated group, you can say, you know what? I don't want to play that game. I'm not going to do it. Nope. You're not going to do it.
mm,
I'm not going to do it.
yes. Mike had a question. I'm not sure if you had seen that.
I don't.
I guess yeah, here I had it and I lost it. He had asked you to share. Can you share your own personal experience of being fatigued?
Oh, most certainly. So I'm talking about, I don't have any beef with anybody who's less melanated or white person. What my fatigue story is going to talk about what we are doing, aka the highly melanated black people do. Okay. And as a former classroom teacher here in Georgia, particularly in the city of Atlanta, I am tired. I hate that when you do parent teacher conferences, when you do some kind of meeting for a child's IEP or do something of that nature to talk about their grades and whatnot like that, it it tires me out that you will have 3, 4 generations of women come for a child, but their dad is nowhere to be found. That is and he's not in jail and he's not incarcerated or and he's alive. Okay, that is tiring to me because sure, I'm not saying that women are not valuable. We just had Mother's Day. Shout out to all moms. What I am saying, however, is that the idea and notion that no men come to a parent teacher conference for little Johnny or little Sally, that's extremely tiring because it took 2 of y'all to make him, or it took 2 of y'all to make her, but none of y'all but only one of them comes, and it's usually mom, auntie, a sister, and of course, grandma, or even if you got another one, a great aunt or whatnot. They'll come, but dads don't come to their kids parent teacher conference. And to me, that's disappointing because dads should be involved in the education of their children. But even more than that, it's not just the education aspect, it's the discipline aspect. And it's the upbringing aspect that dad should be greatly involved in. So my
He
fatigue is just I'm
does.
tired of seeing us do that and not be
Mm.
involved in our kids' lives. So
So let me ask you that when you said that. But that's not a how is that a black fatigue? Because that can be any happen to any
oh,
race.
absolutely. And hear me what I'm saying. I'm not saying that everything that you're tired about. I'm not, again, like I just said with the colorism. I know that
Mhm.
there's some colorisms within the Latino community, the brown community. I ain't brown though.
Okay.
So I'm not arguing for them. And I've had white kids that dads don't come to their parent teacher conferences too. So I'm not
Mm,
arguing that. What I am saying is that I want us to say, hey, this is a problem. Now, it's not a problem that only our community experiences, but this is a problem that we need to see. We need to change. We need to change this up. That we have so many moms raising kids apart from a dad. So let's go ahead
facts.
and what can we do about that? I'm not no, no, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not asking about the white community. I'm not asking about the Asian or the Indian or any other community. I'm asking about us. Because one of the things I notice is a lot of people, when they're talking about this quote unquote fatigue, they will immediately say, well, what about XYZ community? Okay, leave that community over there. Maybe we can show them a better way. Maybe they're just sitting there scratching their head too, and they don't know. But we can say, hey, you know what? We're going to stop promoting ratchet music that promotes an idea that women don't need husbands and they should you know how to have all these babies before they ever and then roll up at 50 and talk about Vivica Fox talking about you looking for a high value man. No, 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 no. We're gonna stop doing that. We're gonna
Mhm.
stop doing that. We're gonna stop promoting that type of foolishness in our community. Because if you notice that I don't see other communities deliberately and intentionally doing that. So maybe we should stop it. Because you know what? When we consume that foolishness and live it out, we actually push it out to other communities. So we might actually be the carriers of this foolishness to the Asian community, to the Hispanic community, to other communities. Maybe we should stop it. Maybe we should stop allowing Sexy Red to be a promotion of
I was
Black
gonna say
women.
that.
Catch me
Yes.
outside. My name is Jason DearWokeC@gmail.com. Maybe we should stop saying that Cardi B, whether she has good political views or not, is a representation for your little girls. How about that? How about we say, no, you
Mhm.
know what? Hold on, wait. What's she singing about? Pull that plug. Pull the plug. Turn that mess off. No, we're not. Maybe we should stop it. This is intra. Because see, if
Yeah.
we didn't consume it, the music industry wouldn't put it out. If we didn't watch it, the film industry wouldn't put that foolishness out.
But they say the music industry, they are the one who controls what comes out, and if they try to change it into a different genre, is that how
Mhm.
you say that?
Genre, yep.
It may not get played.
Guess
They
what?
don't wanna hear positive.
We are addicted, and this is gonna really start a fight. So I'm here to pick fights. Put my email in the chat so they can go ahead and call me, email management, and you can come fight with me over at Dear Woke Christian. Because D Love might not want y'all be fighting with her over here. Why are we addicted to entertainment?
Oh,
Why are we addicted to entertainment? We act like we have to be entertained. And so whatever they put out, whatever the foolishness they put out at the movie theater, foolishness they put out on Netflix, the ignorance that they put out on the airwaves, we have to listen. You do realize that you can turn that off. That, am I wrong?
mhm,
And at no time do we ever say, hey, you know what? There is a third option.
mm.
The third option is let's stop listening to this stuff. But we don't even have to listen to any music, period. People, they know that you're going to you're going to consume entertainment because you're addicted to it.
Okay, with that thought. Nowadays, they are with the source of internet, you can put out whatever you want. It's not censored. Well, not on
Mhm.
some platforms.
That's
So no
right.
matter if they say they stop putting it out, that generation is still gonna put it out.
You have control of your home. If we as a community, for example, if the community said, "Yo, please in the chat tell me if you are pleased with Sexy Red." I'm just going to use her as an example. Then why
No.
the devil did we even let her be a representative of the community? Where's the outrage? Because I guarantee you, when Bad Baby, that white girl that was basically being a parody of black women, talking all ghetto and acting just as ignorant as she could. Everybody had a problem with that, but y'all didn't have a problem when Sexy Red was doing that. What's the problem? Are you okay with? So, am I to understand you're okay with Sexy Red, but you're not okay with Bad Baby or whatever the name was because she's white and Sexy Red is black? Maybe Sexy Red and Bad Baby are bad, and maybe we should stop promoting both of them. You
Well,
can't tell me that you. Go ahead.
I think Bad Baby is probably more accepted because of her looks.
Then, but you know what? We don't have to accept it, though, but we're not teaching our children to stop doing that. That's all I'm
True.
saying. And I tell them all the time, like, they're going to be simps. Simps are going to exist, right?
Yeah.
But if we are
Mhm.
raising our boys, I'm going to use the boys for example. There's actually a book back here. It's a short little book on um not rules, but um it's called Quotes for Young Men. And all it
Mm.
is just explaining how young men transition from being a boy to a young man to a man. And even better than that, if you just open up the scriptures and look at Proverbs chapter 5, 6, and 7, and all it talks about is young men dealing with women in the sexual arousal sense, dealing with prostitutes, what to do in your marriage, what to do when you're in adultery, or how to
Mm.
avoid adultery. If we just taught that, we would do a lot. We would do a lot to help our community because I don't think sexual liberty and licentiousness has been a blessing to the black community. Can I get at least one amen? Can I at least get? Can we
Yeah.
agree to that? Like, no, that hasn't been good for us. I mean, when our grandparents aged, a child born out of wedlock was a fluke. Now, what, 50 years later,
Okay.
within our lifetime, it's now uncommon to it's not, I'm sorry, it's uncommon to have a dad in the home at all. That hasn't blessed us at all. You can't build a society on broken families like that. Where
But
where
sometimes if there is a two-parent household, it doesn't mean that it's always a healthy household
No,
also.
oh, absolutely not. And just like in every single parent home doesn't necessarily mean that it's just the most dysfunctional thing on the planet. Let me just ask you a question. Which one has been a blessing though for the highly melanated community?
Have an active I would say have an
A two-parent home.
active
Two-parent
I'm
home.
no, I'm not gonna necessarily say two-parent home. I'm gonna say have an active parents. They don't necessarily have to
Mhm.
be in the home together, but they're active and they working together. And I don't know if I have kind of uh, come with the times. Like, okay, back in the days, I couldn't shack. My mother said I had to get married. Nowadays, you ain't got to do that. You could
And how
just
has
live
that helped
together.
us out? And how does that worked out? That's all I'm asking. Though I
It ain't
understand,
working.
and again, maybe just say, hey, okay, maybe we need to reinstill and really push that our children consider don't lay down until you're ready to
Mhm.
marry because I don't think anybody would argue that though yeah there's dysfunctional marriages, sure, there's struggle
Yeah.
marriages, not saying that, but having a man, because what do you see? You learn. My daughters see how mom and dad work through tough situations and things that are not
Mhm.
ideal and it's such of that
True.
nature. And they know this is how dad gets down. They know this is how their mom gets down. They could play the good cop, bad cop scenario, but there's some instances as president firstborn where both cops is bad, and she just gonna have to play through it. So she can't just run to dad because dad gonna say different. She can't just run to mom because mom's gonna overrule. It's like, oh man, both of them. Okay, so how do I play through this? So
Mhm.
I again, I'm not saying that again. I'm not taking away from. Sure, there's marital different difficulties, but that's how they learn how to deal with work with another person, because at the current moment they don't know how to work with another person. And I tell them all the time, a little boy would know what he's going to look like I gave you that example before with my dad. I know
Mm,
what I knew, even though it was very ethereal in my young age, but I knew that's what I was going to become.
I can see that.
Okay. And my daughters, the same thing. They know that's what they're going to become with their mom. But watch this. They also know that's the that's probably what I'm going to marry too, by seeing me. Like, okay, that's what I want. I want that rascal to have hair because my dad's bald. He's getting on my nerve. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But so I think the two-parent home
Uh,
is ideal, and not just ideal in the Never Land expanse, but the ideal. This is how God made us for this relationship. And again, not bad mouthing people who've made other decisions. I'm just saying, like, it hasn't worked out well for our community not striving for. And again, not saying that you got, again, just striving for it. Like, hey, we're going to strive to encourage pair bonding and a man and a woman sticking through it. Again, this is, if you've been married for 10 minutes, you know that there's going to be some ups and downs. And that's all.
mhm.
Okay,
Listen,
9 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. Just don't be
but
arguing
listen,
at the altar, right? Just don't be arguing at the altar. Don't be doing that.
the night before, you know what? And with you saying that, I do watch Pop the Balloon. I'm not gonna lie to you, and
Wait, hold
and I
on.
was gonna talk to you about, send
Someone
you
was
something
talking to
about
me
that
about that
too.
show yesterday. What were we talking about? Pop the balloon. We were talking about pop the balloon. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes, but a lot of when you hear them talk about what they want, you hear about they a man has to believe in God, and some of them talk about how they have two parents households. So there's a lot of them have seen what they want to mimic. You know what I'm saying? Your
Oh, for
father
sure.
is your first man in your life. Your boy, your mother is the first love of your life.
Hmm.
So you do. I understand you pick up those traits. What you're
No,
looking for.
absolutely. So were you fessing up that you watched Pop the Balloon? What you be watching Pop the Balloon for?
I do watch it. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's so interesting. I mean, like, oh
Really?
wow.
Okay. I've never watched one. I know the premise of it, but I've never watched one before. But okay, I have to check it out.
Yeah, and really, side note, y'all, and then we get back. Really, I was gonna send you something about it because they had a whole situation with BM Arletta Pop the Balloon. That's the one I watch, and apparently they have a Hulu, I think it is, contract, and they done got on with a company, and now everybody got
Oh,
copyright strike for reviewing. I said, "Oh my
I re-
gosh," and
I
they got
remember. Okay,
paid.
now I remember the conversation. So Sunday we were talking about Pop the Balloon and all of this, and I was talking about what happened to you
Mhm.
and how they ended up and what ended up happening with you in that company copyright striking everybody because they were talking about how MTR, he had been doing a lot of videos on Pop the Balloon.
Who?
And
Yeah, I heard.
Media
Yeah, the top first
yeah.
one. Yeah,
And I think if I'm not mistaken, I think they say he got like 9 in one day or something crazy astronomical
yeah.
number. And that's exactly what I didn't mention your name, but I was like, yeah, a friend of mine, and I had given the story about the whole the raucous, I mean the battle royale in Thornton Township. And I was like, yeah, and everybody woke up the next morning with copyright strikes, but it worked out. But no, that
Yeah,
was
but see,
exactly why we're talking about you. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
and they were a little different because I didn't know they had got money up front.
Oh, that was different. Yeah, that's different.
I said, "Gee," and they were already getting millions of dollars. So what are they doing? Figured as much as they had, and maybe they wanted to. My thought was maybe they wanted somebody else to do it so they can focus on the Netflix. I'm like, Flix, I don't understand why they went that route.
People make a lot of decisions, so I don't honestly know because
Uh,
I'm not in the deep weeds of it, but I did understand. Somebody explained it to me, so I understood that part. But yeah, I don't know. Sorry.
oh, okay. Yes, thank you.
Since you
I mean,
watched Pop the Balloon,
I
I'm gonna
sure
judge.
do,
I'm gonna judge you
but I
anytime.
won't review it. They ain't got to worry about me.
I know that's right. Um,
Yes. It's an interesting
are you going?
topic, though.
Well, cool. Are you going to Thornton Township today?
No, I can't go today.
Oh, okay.
But I am gonna be at Thornton Township inauguration on next Monday, and I hope I get my camera right so I don't have no fuzzy. Cause it's gonna be the last you dig before, uh, the new administration come in. I wanna get the good one.
Okay. Okay. Well, I.
Mm.
So, what do you need? What's wrong with your camera? You just
Well,
mess
you know
around with
what?
it?
No, what happens is, you know how when you look at the camera, it looks okay to me, but when you look at it from, like, the that
I
side,
look
it
at
is
it right.
totally different, and it's not
Oh,
what I see. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, at the, Dalton, they said, "Oh, it's grainy," but I don't see it grainy.
interesting.
So I really need an outside phone. I need a separate phone to look at to make sure it's clear. So
What
hopefully I'll be
if? Okay, I got some ideas. I'll share with
okay.
you offline. Like, do you have a? I'm trying to think. There's like a camera store. It's called BNI
Oh,
up in New York, and we got one here called KEH, and they just have they sell camera gear, but they can also help you with that as well.
oh,
Um,
really? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But let me do one
Uh,
hot second real quick. I'm gonna put you on hold for a second. I'm gonna come right back.
alright,
Is
we'll
it
be
cool?
here.
All right.
Yes, first of all, I do apologize for our guest. She was not able to Alderwoman Kobe Chapman was not able to come today because she is in meetings today. And she said it's running over. So, unfortunately, but it's okay. I understand she has real work to do in this, and she got a real job that she has to do. But she said tomorrow, so I'm going to just try to coordinate it. Maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. We're going to see. Maybe we'll figure out what day is going to be good because I know she's having an event on Saturday, so we may go to her event on Saturday. The Deltas are having a shred day. Um, I might go because I got stuff I need to shred and throw away, so I don't have to go to the. Oh, that's what I do. So, because trying to use my personal shredder is not going to work. Um, if you haven't, um, if you haven't, I had actually did a video last night after the meeting with Ryan and Mandy. We all live in Harvey, Illinois. Um, and I'm waiting for the video to download so I can upload a shorter version of that video so you can watch that also. So you don't have to watch the whole almost 5-hour video. But we had a good conversation. It was 2.5 hours, but it was great just to have a conversation. Somebody asked, why does let me tell you what, this is my personal opinion why Mayor Clark does not like Alderwoman Kobe Chapman. He knows that she's the darling of the Democrats, right? And he ran for Thornton Township supervisor. And of course, he lost, and his numbers were very low. So I really think that he is. He did. I did read that in the Chicago Tribune. He said he hates that she's able to. Oh, thank you, Mike. I'm gonna look that up. That he hates that she's able to bring people together like that she has done. Um, I don't know. So, and listen, I don't know. It's just me and you. I want to run for alderwoman for my ward. Oh, he didn't tell me that's what the price it is. No, 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 no. I just happened to look it up. Thank you, Mike. I'm gonna look this up. Oh, they got a used department. Oh wow. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. So this is a real thing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Doesn't Alderwoman Kobe Chapman has some allies on the council? Only one. Tracy's Alderman Tracy. Just one. The other four are on. Oh, I'm sorry. Apologies. Sorry. Yes, she only has one, and the other four are the bootlickers for Clark. Uh-oh, we got a guest, y'all. Listen,
Yeah. Let me tell
Mike
you
is
something.
go ahead.
I got story time with. Let me tell you about my neighbor.
Oh.
Okay. Y'all, come on close. Come on up here close. Get close, y'all. I gotta tell you a story. My white neighbor across the street, came over in my yard. And he came over my yard to talk to me.
Okay.
And he's you know, I've seen him. We've talked before, all that kind of stuff like that. He's a guy I always joke about. He's always playing golf. So he's retired and he's enjoying his retirement. So he came over here to talk to me because my daughter is going to his alma mater. And he wanted to congratulate my daughter and tell her congratulations. And if she needed anything, that he and his wife would be more than happy to help out with anything from connections to riding up there to North Carolina and all that kind of stuff like that. Now, why did I tell you that story? I told you that story because my neighbor is white and he was not compelled, he was not browbeat or anything of that nature to come over and talk to us. What I wanted to point out is that going back to our fatigue question before and our conversation earlier, they know that, you know what, this family right here, they are trying to raise their kids in the right way. They're trying to be respectful neighbors, and they wanted to be a part and come over and say congratulations to my daughter. So I just want to point that out that they're not my enemies. I'm going to say that again, and I know a lot of people want to get in their feels about it, but you know what? We don't have to make people our enemies. I think as we get older, we really want more friends than we have foes. Because look, I can't fight everybody. And I think if we instead of looking at the less melanated or different melanated people as our enemies just because they got different skin color, I think we will be really surprised, pleasantly surprised, when they come over to your house to tell you congratulations for your daughter getting into college to their alma mater, and they want to help out and do whatever they can to make her experience great. I just think that was dope. Shout out to my neighbor. All right. And D Love is gone. So I'm going to go ahead and take over the show. Start a rumor that D Love has left me. She ran away and all that kind of good jazz. Let me see these comments in here. I saw some comments earlier.
First, I thought this was going to be a bad story.
I know. I try to build it up like that. That's my point. I did it on purpose.
Like, okay.
I saw your face. I was like, "Oh, I got her. Oh, I got her." I was trying to make it sound bad. I was going to come in here like breathing all hard, like, y'all, my neighbor.
You turn your hat backwards.
I was like, I was gonna put the chaos hat on. Let me put the chaos hat on. Y'all, my neighbor came up in there throwing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
But
great
shout out to them.
neighbors. Listen, Mike just gave me the information for B&H photo, video, digital cameras.
Yes. So B&H is like, I think they're up in New York, but they are really helpful. And so what you want to do is see if there's one in Chicago. I wouldn't be surprised if there was one in Chicago. We got one that's called KEH here in Smyrna, and they are fantastic. They sell, and they buy and sell used camera equipment. They're really super knowledgeable. If you're trying to do something, you tell them what they're looking for. Actually, I got my lens from them.
Oh, nice lens too. No, there's not a B&H in Chicago.
Okay. Are you using your phone or a camera?
When
you're talking about
I use my phone.
Okay. Next thing is maybe go to your cell phone provider and just ask if anybody's there. Because are you a Team Samsung or iPhone?
I wish I was, but I'm a iPhone.
Okay. Then
Okay, Mike.
whoever your cell phone provider is, see if maybe they can say, hey, just stop in there and say, hey, I'm trying to do a little bit of streaming and I'm having this problem where I'm pixelating or it's blurry and people saying they can't see anything. Is there a setting maybe I need to change if I'm just doing stationary? Because you're just doing stationary, right?
Yes.
You're not running around. It's a fight. It's a fight.
No. Oh, Lord.
They fighting.
No.
Then I would ask, maybe go to your cell phone provider, T-Mobile, AT&T, whatever, and ask like, hey, is there something I'm missing? Why is it looking? And maybe if you can find it, where it was looking grainy, so you can maybe even show it. Say, hey, this is a
Okay.
video. It was looking grainy, and I just want to make sure I'm doing something right. It'll be the same kind of
Yeah.
lighting situation, blah blah blah. That might be a good way.
Okay. I definitely gonna do that because there was when the trustees came out of this one door. I was the only one standing there at the inauguration recording. Then when I go
Okay,
back and look, I said, "This is grainy."
really?
So,
Sorry.
and I know the internet was horrible in there.
Yeah, that could be it too.
Mhm. So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do a lot more research, and like you said, talk to my carrier. I'm supposed to get a separate cell phone so that I can just be able to just record on it and
Gotcha.
not my actual phone.
Right.
So we'll see how that
Um,
works out.
well, and keep in mind, see your Osmo, you can't stream from. That's the only thing I don't like
You
about the Osmo.
can,
Tell me
but
how.
it says I can stream. It says live on it. I can go to the setting for live,
Really? Can
but
you stream
you
it
have to go to the
anywhere? Oh, I
no.
might. Oh,
There's an
okay.
app.
Oh, I might. Okay. I didn't think you could. Okay, never mind then. Forget what I said. Strike that. Strike that.
But then it defeats what I'm trying to do because I have to keep the app open so I can't see what I'm recording.
Gotcha. Did you know you can connect your phone to your Osmo and make it a second monitor?
Oh,
Did you know that? You did not.
no. No.
I'll send you the video. It's actually a nice little you can use your phone or an old iPhone or whatever as a
Oh,
monitor. You know that screen is kinda small, and you can use
yes.
your whole screen as a monitor for your Osmo.
I like that. Okay.
Let me
Oh,
send it to you real quick.
I appreciate that. That'd be awesome because I can't see it, and that's the problem with the cell phone. It looks small to me. I got to make it big. Probably need some cataract surgery, but I need to make it bigger so I can see.
Yeah, Imma drop it in the, here, I'll drop it in the chat right here. Matter of fact, I mean, if anybody else, maybe somebody else here, I'll put in the live chat for the posse.
Yes,
Maybe somebody else can check
appreciate
it out.
it.
No, no problem. So yeah, it was how to use your Osmo Pocket 3, how to use a cell phone as the actual monitor, and it was kinda cool.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try that because I think I have ADHD sometimes because I need you to get to the point quick when I watch these videos.
And that's why I found the shortest one. That
Oh,
video is like
okay.
4 minutes long.
Okay, cool. Great,
And it gets
great.
right to the point, right. Yeah, I got ADHD too, so I had it
Okay, oh
before it was
Lord.
cool though.
I'm probably there. I made it through life. I'm here.
Bless her.
But yeah, you know what, dear world Christian, we have to do this more often because I like talking about sometimes I don't know where you're gonna go with this thought-provoking conversation that I probably would never have, but it really has to be had. We can't hide from what we don't wanna talk about. You know what I'm
I
saying?
got you. Yeah,
Because it is a part of
and maybe I'll have you come over and maybe we'll have a panel. We can have a whole panel discussion about it.
yes, but it can't be a lot of people because I can't when everybody get to talking, I gotta go. I can kinda get tapped out quick.
I think for me, 4, maybe 5 is the top of
Okay.
my panel skills. But
Yes. You're right.
anyway,
I
because I
like
wanna
that.
learn how to do it like Anton. You know, Anton does it, and Anton be having like 9 people on the panel. I don't know how he does it. Anton
Really?
Daniel, I don't know how he
Yes.
manages that, but it seemed like everybody understands how to do it. So I'm like, has he just trained them? Does he send them like a little frequently asked questions before you get on here? This is what you need. How do you need
Mm,
to because nobody does the over talking. Nobody does that kind of stuff. Oh
really?
Lord. So my niece
Oh,
is coming to pick up my daughter and take her driving. All right,
oh,
your
wow.
cousin is here, baby.
Hey, have fun.
Yes. Yeah, have fun.
Yes. I was gonna say something to you, but I can't think now. Yes. Um, yes, dear Will Christian. First of all, I was gonna say, oh, he has a producer and all this other stuff. So I know he
Yeah, but the people still behave on the stream. No, they don't be talking over each other.
okay.
So I mean, again, I'm not trying to minimize having a producer because look, that's huge. But
Mhm.
I also want to say that people seem to understand. So there's got to been some back office work. That's what I'm saying. Like again, maybe just like this is how we behave. This is what to do. Make sure your camera's on. Make sure your mics work. That kind of stuff. No profanity. Whatever. Or no, he don't have that because they be cussing. Um, but I just think his panels are very interesting.
Mm,
I just couldn't do that many people. I would probably do 5 at the tops.
okay. And my last question is probably I don't know if it's last
No
one.
questions. No more
Are you
questions.
gonna do Twitch?
I'm on Twitch. I don't know what I'm doing
Yeah.
on Twitch.
Okay, I'm with you on that one. Okay, I'm on Twitch, but I don't know if I'm doing on Twitch. I did one video and I'm like, it's recording.
I have it queued up. So let me look at my StreamYard. Yeah, I can just click on it. I just don't know what I'm doing. And I will say this, and this is for Rumble. This is for Twitch.
I
I'm
got
also
Rumble.
on Kick.
Oh.
Um, hold on one second. All right, travel well. Tell her to take pictures. All right. So my niece, like I said, my niece just came to pick up her cousin to take her driving because she got her.
Oh.
She is ready to drive. I thought she was gonna like hate it because she was the one when she was 3.5. She told my wife and me, I don't want to learn how to read. I said, oh,
Oh,
okay, okay,
okay.
I got you. Okay, thank you for letting us know. Now let's go ahead and look at these letters. Let's go ahead and keep it going. And she's a ferocious reader now. She laughs about it.
Mm,
It was funny to us, but when she
yeah.
gets on something, she's about it. So she was like, "Dad, can we go driving?" She scheduled it out. She made sure she can go get her permit.
Oh,
So we took her. I took her to go get a permit before I took her to school one day. And,
oh, wow.
worked out well. Um, but shout out to Taylor. So her cousin
Shout
just
out
came
to
to pick her up.
Taylor.
My girl.
First president,
That's a
second president,
chief executive,
chief
second board.
executive. Okay.
I gotta
Okay.
say it. I gotta say it. Um, but the I forgot where I was going with that whole
What's my
diatribe.
Twitch, Rumble?
Okay, I really want StreamYard and Twitch and Rumble and Kick. They need to get together because it's very easy to stream to YouTube. Very
Yes.
simple. I need that same kind of easy, simple, barely an inconvenience type of
Mhm.
experience with Rumble. I don't want to go back over to Rumble and put in the thumbnail and go get the stream key and all that kind of stuff like that. This is a lot of hurdles, and that's what I think. I don't know what to do, and that's the part that makes it why I don't stream over there.
Okay.
Because you click all these things and you're ready to stream, and then it just says the only one you can stream to is YouTube because you don't have the stream key or whatever like that for
Yes.
Rumble.
I
And
was
see
like, well,
that's
where's the
and
that's where I'm stuck at.
I know where to get it. It's just I don't want to go over there and get it every time because
Oh.
you got to get it every time, and that's the part I'm
Oh, I
like,
didn't know that.
no, that's untenable. So hopefully they'll fix that. And I know
Okay.
Rumble's trying his best. Same thing with Kick and Twitch, all them. I'll stream. I would stream to them. It's just they're not easy to stream to.
Okay.
So
That's
it's
true.
not really. I don't know whose fault it is. I don't know which one, but apparently StreamYard and YouTube they got it going on. So I want that same kind of thing with StreamYard and Rumble and StreamYard with Kick and Twitch and all them. So
Yes. Yes, I agree. Okay.
just my
I'm
little
glad to know
tirade.
I'm not the only one. That's why it's good to have a community.
There we go. Because I yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm right there, 1,000% with you.
Yeah, because I would like to stream on a different platform during the day, and in evening time, come on YouTube.
Yeah,
So,
and even with Facebook, Facebook got your
oh,
boy scratching his head like, huh? It is not. I don't know what I'm doing wrong because
oh,
it
I'm not
lets me
doing
stream.
Facebook.
It let me
Facebook
stream.
is I'm sorry.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
that's look. I'm not doing Facebook because it's nothing but nosy people on there. My friends and 500 or 600 people on my YouTube, my Facebook page. I don't even talk to me. I'm not gonna go on there.
Nosy lives matter. D love. Nosy lives matter. Nosy lives matter too. Respect the nosy people. Don't be disenfranchising the nosy folk. They want to know. They snooping around your bush. They in the bushes.
Exactly. Forget them.
Get them. All right,
Yes,
friend. I appreciate
I
it.
know you
I
gotta
don't think
go.
I'm gonna talk about this Diddy trial tonight. Oh no, I'm not gonna do the videos. I'll just do the newspaper article.
Okay.
I'll just do the news articles because every one of my Diddy videos is getting demonetized because of the words that he used.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like,
Ooh.
what's the purpose? Like,
Can you not say the words or just blurt?
no, like if I, because there's some really, well, first of all, it's not streamed. So you got to take
Right.
like news articles and reporters that are reporting what happened in the courtroom. So they're coming out talking about it. So you just kind of like, was it Eyewitness News? You tap in with Eyewitness News and you just want to,
Mhm.
because they're doing a great job. They're giving you all the details, but they're using the naughty words that YouTube says you can't use. And so
Oh,
they're using the naughty words. And then next thing you know, my videos is well, I've had it demonetized or limited monetization because the words they're
yeah.
using. So I'm just gonna go read the news article because then I can cut out the words myself in real time. I hope that
Right.
makes sense.
Okay. Good luck on that Diddy trial.
I
You
might
think he
just
gonna
give it
be?
up.
Uh,
Go ahead, go ahead.
do you think he will be convicted?
Okay, from what I saw, what I heard yesterday, and now
Hmm.
today Cassie is on the stand today. So that's gonna
Mm,
be I can't wait to read what Cassie said. Based
okay.
upon what I saw yesterday, I'm gonna say no.
Really?
Yesterday it wasn't convincing to me. But today
Okay.
they got Cassie on the stand, and she is
Okay.
pregtastic. And on day one, they showed that video of him mollywopping
Dragging
her,
it.
dragging her and stuff. So that's already fresh in their minds since yesterday. And then the next day, the woman that got beat and she got the big baby bump, that might stir some heartstrings.
Oh,
That might pull on some heartstrings. So we're gonna see, but I haven't read it yet. I did see a couple of sketches of her in the courtroom, so I don't know what happened, what was said. It seemed like she was pretty clear, that he was doing some bad things. But the other thing is, I think yesterday, I think they
hey
did a pretty
Lord.
good job of making it a DV, a domestic
Mm,
situation, rather than just some what all the other things they were saying. Hey, sure, he has some tendencies. He would get high, he would get drunk, and he would do those kind of things, and we admit that. But
okay.
those things are not these things. I'm like, dang. I said that's kind of like a rug
Oh,
pull. They got you with that. They pulled the rug. So to me, I'm thinking they did a pretty good job yesterday of saying, sure, you're right. He's a terrible person, but that
so
does
do
not mean he
you?
did these things.
So do you? This is what you should do. Make you an Excel spreadsheet every day. After you review it, you say yes, conviction, no conviction, and
Oh,
then
that
take
would
the
be good.
average at the end and say, let's see which one's gonna be right.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just
It
saying
just
it's
started
a lot of
yesterday.
work.
No,
Yeah.
that's not the worst thing. I can do that. That's not bad. And the only thing is, I mean, keep in mind for the prosecution, they gotta get unanimous, all 12. For the
Mm-hmm.
defense, they only got to get one of them to disagree with the other 11, and they off to the races.
And you the 13th juror.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a little bit of complexity there. So yeah, I like that idea. I can do that.
Yeah. Yes. Laura said YouTube is demonetizing is crazy.
Crazy work. Especially
Really.
when you've done the work. You're like, yo, like this video is long, or that's why I was doing those short streams just to see if they would demonetize them. So
That's smart.
instead of
Yes,
doing like
let
a
us
2 hour,
know.
4 hour show, and next, uh, I mean, I've
So
had them
so let
take
me
down
ask
an eight. Go ahead.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I had them take down an 8 hour video because 20 seconds at the end of the video, they played some copywritten music. 8 hours. They demonetized an entire 8-hour stream because at the last 20 seconds, they played a copyrighted song. It's from the YSL trial.
But you couldn't. I normally would
Oh,
mute it. I have to
I
mute
thought
it,
that
and then that's.
I didn't know it. I didn't realize that was what because it didn't seem like
Uh-uh.
it was enough. And again,
Mm-mm.
like we're talking 8 hours versus 20 seconds. And I know it's 20 seconds because they gave you the option when they
Oh.
copywritten it to strike it out of there. I'm like, wait, this is only 20 seconds. It's not
Mm.
even a full minute. Excuse me.
Well,
So, yeah,
that's.
YouTube be doing they be doing some weird stuff sometimes. Shout out to YouTube.
Yes, YouTube University.
They be doing
Okay,
stuff.
okay. Well,
But
I'm not gonna hold you. I know you got to get ready for your live video. If you haven't, y'all, Dear Woke Christian is going live in 30 minutes. He's gonna be talking about the Thornton Township meeting. Is that correct or not?
I'm gonna jump on it right now.
Oh, he going now. So once you
We'll give it a
leave this
touch.
channel, I wish I could. There is a way. Like I saw, what's her name from? Which is with a lead attorney. Was that lead attorney? And then
AV to the power.
AV to the seventh power, and then it would go to her channel, direct the people to her channel. I don't
Yep.
know how to do that. I would just direct everybody to the channel.
In your YouTube studio, oh,
Uh-huh.
you have to set it up to say, okay, you can't just do it. You have to do it with like key people. So you say, okay, Dear World Christian can be one that I direct to, but or uh for Alicia Nicole, I'm gonna direct it to. So then that way,
Oh.
when your stream ends, everybody in your stream, because currently there's 19 people watching. I need to see them
Mm.
likes going up though. Them likes ain't where they need to be though. I need that to have change.
Mm-mm.
Oh, no, never mind. I just had to refresh. So now
Oh.
the 19 people watching the stream, when you get done, they would all get thrown into for Alicia Nicole's live stream. You have to
Mm.
set it up in studio. And if you go in studio, it's under settings, permissions.
Oh, permissions.
No,
Okay.
the permission. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry, it's not permissions.
Channel. Oh,
I just totally made that up.
permission.
It's not permissions, but it's in here, and it's like it's called what is it called? Because I have a few people that are able to do that on Dear World Christian. They
Okay.
can, and vice versa, but
Mm.
I'll figure it out.
So
I'll send it to you.
uh, even if like a lot of my rewind people watch it, will they be able to go to your after they finish watching this video, they go directly to your video by
That's a
doing that?
great question. I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, OMG, I gotta you Google. More
Yeah.
Google to do. And listen, real quickly, I got a quick question. I know you gotta go. I'm confused. Is
Sure. Go
Stephanie
ahead.
Weiderman is Stephanie Weiderman suing Thornton Township?
I thought I heard that too, but I wasn't certain. I didn't dig into it.
Okay.
I'm gonna find out though. We need to find out. Why is she
Yeah.
suing people?
Well, yeah, I didn't understand, and I was surprised. But she kind of seemed kind of. I saw her at the our inauguration,
Mhm.
and I was like, it's kind of weird. It was kind of felt weird, but I know I'm in the background.
We just sitting back here watching, asking questions.
Oh, Laura said yes. Why is she
Oh, she's
suing
suing.
Thornton Township? I saw Thornton Township, Dalton. I think I saw Mayor Tiffany Henyard name on it also. We ain't gonna have no money when it's over.
Man,
Okay. Oh, thank you, Mike. You can
let me
set your channel audience. Okay. I want to make
wait, what is it? What
sure.
was it?
Our Mike just put it on the screen for me. I'm supposed to go to YouTube under settings,
That's it. That's it. Yes. Settings.
channel, advanced settings.
There it is.
And what I do after that?
Allow viewers to clip content. Wait, hold on. Because I thought you had to tell it whom could do it.
Oh, LLC had the video. I did see that, but I couldn't. Sometimes I need you to get to it. Okay, thank you.
Huh. Okay, I don't see it, but I'm not gonna.
Oh, Wiedemann was arrested at Tiffany's direction.
Tiffany
That
was
was
just
with.
wilding out. Bless that woman's heart.
Oh,
Really?
oh, that was a while back.
Wow.
And that she was wrongfully terminated. Oh,
Okay. Well,
somebody finna get paid. Okay, okay. Well, yeah. I guess I can Google it and keep looking for the information because it's
yeah,
close. But like you said, to get permission, um,
I know it. I know I've seen it, so I don't know how to do it, but I'll find it and I'll make sure. Then that
okay.
way you can, if you ever wanted to, and you can give people permission. So if you're ever doing a live stream and you know so and so's coming up after you, or they're going to be starting soon after you, you can just when you jettison it, it'll send everybody over there and then kind of flood it with new
Now
faces and stuff
on
like
the
that.
so it said permission for no apology, just me. Will you give people permission on your channel they can upload, comment, and take other public actions? Is that it? They can also view private and hidden content.
Oh no, that's a manager.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no. I'll find it. We'll
Okay.
find it.
I
'Cause I think
appreciate
Mike
you
is on the
all.
right page. On the right.
Yes.
I just don't see it though. I'm just looking at customization.
Uh, oh, I found my monitors.
Moderator.
Moderator. Excuse me. Um,
That's because you cool. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to the mods.
hidden users. Gosh, interesting. I never gone through this thing like this. Oh, here it is, right here. Pacific channels who can redirect to my content.
Oh, okay.
This
Where is it?
option is okay. It's under. Is it automatic filters? Where did I go? Oh, community mod. That community. That's where I got it from. Community moderation. Moderation.
Oh,
And
okay.
scroll down. Approve users. Is that what that's all
Yeah,
of that? Oh, is
that's
that
it.
it?
Yep.
Oh, here. Click the button. Oh, hold on. Let me put the name in.
Click
Let me get there.
button.
Okay, I appreciate it. I know you got the people waiting on you.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Okay, I guess I can. Come on, D-Love. Okay, thank you. I want to see. Hopefully, this works. This is so exciting. So when you go live,
When you
um,
get done, it'll push everybody over to whoever else that you um, predetermined that they will go over to.
yes. So do I know you gotta go? Okay. So I just put your YouTube channel in. That's it, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Come with your bad self. Okay, so I put your name. Is it no man? Oh, here it is, right here. Your name came right on up. That's correct. Okay, all channels can redirect to. Oh, channel I subscribe to can redirect to my channel. No, I don't know if that's it. Okay, hopefully this works. Thank you.
Well, there
This
you go.
channel
Shut up.
is the best. So well, Dear Woke Christian is about to go live, y'all, and I don't want y'all to be late to the party.
Now, what time?
'Cause
Wait, hold on, real quick. I
uh,
don't see Dalton. I don't see Thornton's witch collar
um,
because
the agenda.
yeah, I don't see the agenda. Okay.
Let's see. Hold on, we get it for you. Is Lansing Journal doesn't have it?
Oh, that's okay. Look up. Look up. Let's go ask them.
Right. May.
I don't see it.
Dang, this her last meeting.
Who's that?
This is Tiffany's last meeting.
Well, she ain't coming, so
She not coming.
she
And we
ain't
did a
coming.
FOIA last week for Thornton Township, and it has got a message back. They need more time.
Time for what?
5 more. I have to give them 5 more days.
Oh, okay.
So that's interesting.
Very interesting. All right.
Okay.
Well, friend, it's always good rapping with you. Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate you.
Yes, I appreciate you. And hey, listen, you know how to pivot quickly, and I appreciate it.
You're more than welcome, my friend. More than welcome. But
Yes.
as soon as this meeting gets started, I will get ready to pop on, and we'll go from there.
All right. You have a fabulous stream, and I'll see you soon.
You got it, friend. Talk to you soon. Good
Soon.
night.
Bye
Grace
bye.
and peace.
Hey, y'all. Let me throw this in there for y'all. I don't know if you can click on it. Apparently, Stephanie was arrested. Wait for it. For removing a flyer from. I did see that. I did see that. I did see that. I did see that. Okay. Oh, I probably used that one before. Oh yes, I did. I remember hearing about that. They so posted it. I thought, okay. Um. Yes. No, I was giving it 10. So I just posted the link to go to Lansing Journal. They also have posted it starts at 6 p.m. The agenda for this evening. They want $3,000 for a luncheon, $4,000 for kids event, approval September's budget. So they're gonna have a budget. Okay. Oh, so in closed session, they're going to discuss the hiring, discipline, performance compensation, and the dismissal of certain personnel. Again, legal counsel. Hold on. Ay, Dios mío. Ay, Dios mía. Ay, Dios mío. Ay. Okay, let me show it over here with you real quickly. Um, and it's warm in here. It's nice outside today, they say. Yeah. I'm not gonna be able to go, but I hope all I'm ready to watch review based solos video. Oh, Dios mío, why did it move? Okay, there it is. Okay, so this is on the agenda. It's really basic, but it's long. They're gonna approve the minutes, the general fund, approve those bills, the old stuff. Um, approving the resolution, a certain
Someone was detected at your front door.
agreement with Catherine Granberry for Thornton Township. What's that about? Oh, that's the singer. They came to us agreement with her. Wow. Oh, they gonna go in closed session. Okay. And in all country township supervisor, township clerk shall enter upon their duties on the third Monday of May following the election, the third Monday, May 19th, and rumors have circulated that a special meeting will be called on that date to install the Thornton Township Board. As this writing, rumors are not confirmed. I'm on live. I'm sorry. All right. Well, I'm sorry. Let me let y'all go. Let me let go. Sorry, y'all. Folks don't know. I need a sign that says live on the door. But okay, I want to say thank you all for checking in. And I will check back in with you all later. Talk to you soon. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. So once you get out, once you leave here, you should be rerouted to the Dear Woke Christian live channel.
Someone was detected at
Later.